New at 6:30, video of a middle school basketball game that now has a dad facing assault charges. Watch carefully here. During the Kenmore Middle School basketball game a couple of weeks ago, some of the players started shoving each other out after a foul right here. Parents, coaches run in to break things up, and then one dad, later identified as Mark McLaughlin, you see him run right onto the court, and he hits a referee in the back, knocking him face first onto the court, breaking his nose and his cheekbone. McLaughlin pleaded not guilty to second-degree assault charges today. Now, if that name sounds familiar, he was a standout basketball star at Central Washington University back in 2012. Didn't stay with any school for very long. He played for 9 schools in 6 years, including Seattle U and UW. Multiple sources told Seattle Times McLaughlin left UW after getting into a fight with another player.
What up, YouTube? It's your boy Fangoon, the FanDuel Finessa, BetMGM Flexer. Turn them noties on, subscribe to the channel. Let's lock in, my boys. Now today, YouTube, we gotta talk about this new variant that's out here in the streets. It's not IHU, it's not Omicron, it's not Delta, it's IBF, Ignorant Basketball Fights. Yes, YouTube, since the pandemic has started, we've seen all kinds of viral foolishness each and every day. Dudes robbing designer stores, dudes flashing guns on Instagram Live, then getting locked up 2 hours later. And now, YouTube, we have more footage of parents and kids fighting at basketball games. Now, earlier this week, a 31-year-old father was charged with assault after an incident at a December 16th basketball game where he ran from the stands like Bill Goldberg, blindsided a 72-year-old referee. The poor referee suffered a broken nose and a broken cheekbone from the vicious tackle. Now, I'm going to throw the father some bail, like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes when there's an altercation, you just got to get the hell out of the way. Because if you're standing around, if you're in the radius, then once the fight breaks out, you know, you're liable to be in the mix. You're liable to be in the action. And, you know what I'm saying, as you see in the footage, you see his son gets into an argument with another player. One of the referees tried to grab his son, and in the process of grabbing his son, made the little boy fall. So, after that, you know what I'm saying, the father, he turned into Brian Urlacher, ran from the stands. And, you know, it was a clip after that. And unfortunately, he's being charged with assault. Unfortunately, this old referee is injured. And, you know, this is just a unfortunate situation. But I do hope the father does beat the case. And I hope that the referee does recover from his injuries. Now, this isn't the only incident. I'm going to play y'all a clip from a wild brawl that happened at the John Wall Invitational. Shout out my boy John Weezy. Now, this is unfortunate. The fight gets real ignorant. Police have to pull out pepper spray to de-escalate the situation. So y'all tune in and we gonna come right back. Bow!
Went to see Hansel in manual play, and this happened.
Ladies and gentlemen, please begin in your seats on the microphone.
And I ain't gonna hold you. A lot of these AAU games, youth league games, man, they'll pay your boy Fangoon to be security, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, they don't have real security. They got top flight security. There's no proper law enforcement trained security on standby like the way you see in the NBA. Now, the NBA, I ain't gonna lie, it's like the WWE right now. You think you're gonna see a fight, but it's just a lot of pump faking, a lot of woofing, but it's very rare that we actually see 2 NBA players throw fists. Like, they just don't throw hands. Even when Isaiah Stewart got into a Hell in a Cell match with LeBron and his face was left bloody, he still was unable to land one punch on LeBron. Last night, Yusuf Nurkic flickered the weakest left jab at Tyler Hero. I mean, these dudes really don't want to fight because if they wanted to fight, you know, they could clearly get to each other. But Gilbert Arenas in this clip kind of breaks down why NBA players don't fight as much as they used to. And I thought he had an interesting perspective, so I'm going to play this clip, and then we're going to come back. Bow!
What are the deciding factors that go into your mind if somebody really is about that and wants to fight you?
How much is it going to cost me? You know,
It's a business decision.
it is. It actually is a business decision because. So back in the day, you got to remember, fines were only $5,000 for just being fined. So you have two things that's going on with situations that happen in the game. You have being fined, which is a max of I think about 50,000, and being suspended. That's a game check, right? So depending on how much you make per game determines if you are actually going to fight. So basically, everyone the top 20, when it comes to pay, they're not fighting.
They're not fighting.
They're not even going to think about fighting. They might get rowdy and rough, but they're not trying to get suspended because that's going to cost anywhere from $200,000 to basically $500,000 every game they're suspended. So no, those players are not going to fight. Like no, don't even get close to me. So I don't even want to throw. I'll wrestle with you and tussle to the point where we just get fined 50 grand.
Yeah.
But I don't care what you tell me in this game, you're not worth $500,000 for me to throw a punch.
So as Gilbert said in the clip, these NBA players don't want to mess up their bag. They don't want to mess up their check. So it doesn't make sense to get into a fight over a foul or over, some basketball trash talk. And then you missing out on 50 bands, 60 bands. Just doesn't make sense. But as far as these youth leagues go, as far as these rec leagues go, they ain't playing for nothing. They got nothing to lose. A lot of people are walking around with misguided anger, frustration. You also add the element of parents being protective over their kids. So, a lot of things can go left. But I do hope that, we can get it together because these are supposed to be family events for all ages. But I ain't going to hold you two. I'm not bringing my little man. I'm not bringing my son to these wild-ass games. I wanted to go to the John Wall Invitational. But after seeing that, I don't know how I'm going to tell his mom he got pepper spray in his eye. So y'all let me know what y'all think. Do these games need more security? Do they need better security? Have you as a parent, have you ever wilded out at a game, cursed out a ref, tried to fight a ref or a coach? Y'all let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe, support the channel. It's your boy, Fan Goon. Bow.
What is it? AGM.